So I don't want to do that. I want to go ahead and cancel that. I could also choose a file from my Drive account, and I can go ahead and click here, and it'll go into that as well. I can choose a YouTube video. So if I have a YouTube video that I think is very useful, I go ahead and select that YouTube video, throw it in here, hit add, and it'll automatically show up in here as well. And if you have a URL or a web link that you found something interesting, maybe a welcome back video, then you can go ahead and click on it and then throw it in here as well. Click add, and then all the students will be able to see it. Once you're ready, you can do a few things. You could either do save draft, and that is if you want to go ahead and save this for later, you can go ahead and save it for later and edit it at a later point. And like I just accidentally did, you can also do post, and it'll post it to the stream. So any students that join this class will automatically see this. The great thing about Google Classroom is that they'll be able to use their own devices. So if they have a Chromebook, they'll be able to use a Chromebook to see all of their assignments that are here in Google Classroom. If they have a phone or a tablet, they can actually download the Google Classroom app, and they'll be able to see all of the assignments, and they can even work on the assignments straight from the app. So it's a very versatile program, a great way for students to actually interact with the teachers. So the next thing that I'm going to go ahead and show you how to do is how to create an assignment. Actually, we'll create a question. The question I really like, I was using this earlier before I came on board as a district instructional technology strategist, and as journal activities. So I would go ahead and put journal activity number 1, and then I would type in whatever the question was. Tell me about your summer, period. And then in the description, I would go ahead and put down my instructions. So length, 3 sentences, and then time is going to be 5 minutes. Now, I usually give them a whole week to work on this, so I'll go ahead and click on the 16th, and then I put a time 11:59. The only reason I put a time is because I want them to be turning in everything on the day that it's due, not later, okay? And it will show me if someone tried to turn it in at a later point. And again, you have the same options: the paperclip to upload a file from your computer, the Google Drive icon to upload a file from your Google Drive, YouTube, and then your URL link. And if you want to send it to multiple classes, you can as well. Again, you can save it as a draft, or you can go ahead and ask or delete if you don't want to use this one at all. I'm going to go ahead and click ask, and then you have a couple of options here. It says let students, and then see and reply to each other's answers, edit their answers. And at this point, I don't want them to reply to each other's answers, and I do want them to edit their answers, okay? And the only reason I do this is because some students don't finish their assignment on time, and so I always tell them turn in whatever you have after the 5 minutes, and then they turn it in, and if for whatever reason they need to go back and edit it, they can go ahead and edit it as long as this is checked off. And then I click ask, and it'll automatically generate over here. And so here it is, nice and simple, gives you the due date, time. If I need to edit it, or if I want it to stay on the top, I can click move to top. If I want to delete it, I can delete it. And then on the left side here in the calendar area, you also have this awesome little updated assignment. And so the students, whenever they see it, they can actually click on this, and they'll be able to go ahead and start working in here. Now, the reason why it popped up just like that was because I'm the teacher, so I need to go ahead and grade the assignments. So I would go ahead and open it up just like this, and I would go ahead and change the point total to 20 points because we do 5 journal activities a week. And then I'm going to go ahead and hit update, and it will automatically keep this at 20 points. And then what's going to happen is as students submit their answers or their responses, they're going to populate their names down here, and then all of a sudden you'll start to see all of their responses on the right side. And so you'll read their response. You can even send a private comment and you'll say, look, you need to work on capitalization, or you forgot to do a spell check or whatever. You have Google right in front of you. There should be no reason why we have misspelled words. Well, once that happens, then you can go ahead and assign a grade. It'll pop up here. You'll assign that grade, and then you'll be able to send it off to the student by clicking return. Now the next part that I'm going to show you is how to create an assignment. Now creating an assignment is very similar to creating a question. You just go ahead and click down here on the right side, assignments. You title the assignment, and I'm just going to say project 1, and then name the project whatever it is. And then if I have any instructions or a description of this project, I would go ahead and put them down here. Due date, same thing as before. I'll go ahead and select the due date. I'm going to make it the 16th. Time, same thing, 11:59. Now this one I'm actually going to go ahead and attach something here. So this is going to be a presentation slash speech that they're going to have to write. So I'm going to go ahead and click on the attach, and I'm going to search in my Google Drive account for the actual document that I need to search for. Okay, so I went ahead and searched for the 3 documents that I usually have my students fill out or complete whenever they're working on a speech or presentation for my speech and video production class. I know I'm pretending this is a math class, but this is the same thing, the same concept here. So the first one was my speech rubric. This is how I'm going to grade my students. And over here to the right side, I have something that says students can view file. I'm going to go ahead and click the down arrow, and they have 3 options here. The first option is students can view file, students can edit file, and students can make a copy for each student. Okay, or there'll be a copy that'll be made for each student. Now, students can view a file. This means they have no editing rights over this file. They cannot touch it, they cannot edit it, they can't change it. The next one says students can edit file. Now, what's going to happen there is there's going to be one file, and that one file will be editable by all students and myself. Now, there might be some good times or some good reasons to actually have that enabled, but in this sense,